I'm wondering, what am I doing today on January 28, 2022, Friday? Getting snowed in for one thing. Snowflakes are just starting to come down. Gonna get really smacked today, or much later on today. But anyway, I figured I'd make a little time to review this headrest mount over here. It is from Tackform. Oh, just slipped out. Yeah, something I mentioned in my wrapping up 2021 video. I've never really done this before on my channel, a unpackaging and review now. I tried making a drive along video for wrapping up 2021. That went to crap. And then I said, well, maybe that's not the worst thing, because, you know, this gives you a chance to do a standalone review on this. So here it is. I don't know if this stupid camera will focus or not, but I believe that's the part number from Tackform. I'll leave a link in the description to where I got this from. I got it from Amazon, and I gotta say, to my surprise, it looks like it's built pretty well. See, the kit comes with a few other things. It comes with some spare bolts and an Allen wrench. So if you want to wrap this around something bigger, this is for a headrest mount, but it can wrap up to anything a ½ inch. And you got even more stuff here. Yeah, it looks like I have to dig it out. So here's what else I took out. So here's the packaging empty. Has instructions. I think this is meant for like GoPros. This is some tool for something else. Again, this is meant for a whole assortment of cameras. But the thing I wanted to point out also, this camera mount here is actually industry standard. You see this on the bottom of most cameras. I'm thinking because most cameras are made in Asia and Europe, what have you, that they would adopt some metric thread. Nope, this is actually a 1/4 20 thread. Yes, that's right. It's an American thread. It's the coarse 1/4 inch. And to any of my fellow elevator men who might be watching this, you're all too familiar with the 1/4 20 thread pitch. So let's get on to how I mount this. And yeah, I'm in my room right now. My car is down. And also, the other thing is, I didn't know how I was going to mount this camera inside the car to get good lighting and get the proper angle. So I have these metal bars on my bed here. I'm going to be mounting that to this. So let me get all set up here, and I'll show you how this gets set up. Now, before I start the mounting, one thing I want to point out about this bolt, it's quite bizarre actually. So this is an American thread, but takes a metric Allen wrench. 3mm to be exact. I'm having a hard time getting the camera to focus on this unless I'm holding it in my hand like so. So when you get under 1/4 inch, you have threads like 1032, 832, 632. Not 30 seconds. It's nothing to do with, you know, a 32nd of an inch. It's 8-32. That's what this thread pitch is. But it takes a metric Allen wrench. Very odd indeed. I just felt that was worth pointing out. So it's all going to start with the base. And I'm just going to mount it here. And these particular vertical rails are how this mount is pretty much the thickness of the headrest post. At least it is on my Hyundai. You can see me screwing this in like so. And yes, I do have a nice powerful lamp behind the camera to get some better light so you can see what the hell I'm doing here. Okay, so you see how I'm putting the first 2 bolts in here. I think you get the idea here. So here it is mounted. See, I use the Allen wrench like this, because if you try to use it like this, you're going to hit the knob here. So after doing it like this, you know, I did the other 3 already. You know, tight as you can get like this. And maybe you want to do one final tightening by doing this. And my other reason for using the rail on my bed here is I don't have the seat cushion in my way. So my one piece of advice right off the bat is you might want like a nice long T-handle Allen wrench, depending on what you got to work around, so you can really get yourself the clearance you need. That you'd have to buy separately. That's pretty much, I won't say a drawback, but just something worth noting. So here it is mounted, and like I said, because it's a ball, you can swing it any way you want. If you have a horizontal bar, no problem. Here is the rest of the mount, and here's another thing I wanted to show, and I'm not sure how well the camera's going to pick it up. These have actual teeth in here. In fact, I could actually unscrew this all the way here. Whoops, don't worry, I see where it fell, no worries. So you have actual teeth, you have an actual groove surface, so this will interlock and it'll stay in the position you put it in. So here's the part that's going to grab onto the ball mount. Now as you can see here, I just separate from the rest of the mount just for demonstration purposes. But you see, you're going to unscrew this like so. You might have to unscrew it all the way, but it goes over the ball. I'm going to do like this so you can see. Yeah, I think I have to unscrew it all the way. Yep, I had to unscrew it all the way. But it slides over here. Now this goes on. You screw it back on. I'm trying to block myself here. There we go. See, it's fairly tight. And you see the teeth on here. So now you can hold this any way you like, pretty much. And then you have this on this end here. But I just want to show the mounting of this. So now I will show you how the rest of this goes on and show you at a different angle as well. So here it is, fully out. Here's where you would mount your camera. And like the other end, this is a ball mount here that'll come out at the end. In fact, I'll just quickly unscrew it here so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh no, it's not. Well, this is the ball mount here. This just grabs on to like a grooved insert, and this is so you can hold this vertically like so. So you can orient it any way you want. And I have a really old camera I saved for the demonstration. Again, this thread here is industry standard 1/4-20 to be exact. You can see what this looks like with the camera mounted on it. Here is yet another example. You see, this will stay locked like this because of the teeth here and in here. You see how I have it. Let's say you want to raise the height of the camera, you can, but keep this Z, if you will, locked. See, I can loosen it here, like so. Well, I don't know my own strength sometimes. See what I'm doing here? Just like so. So I could do this now that Z is vertical, if you will. I'll tighten this a little more. And then over here on this end, what I can do, so check this out. So I am going to quickly show it mounted inside a vehicle. I'll be inside my parents' car, but I'll show you how this mounts to the headrest it's intended to be mounted to. But hey, this is why I did it out here, out in the open with the better lighting, so you can see me get to those 4 screws. Again, it's a 3mm Allen wrench. The possibilities of how you can mount this is endless. So here it is mounted. I'm not going to, in this video, be shooting any footage of driving in the car. That has more to do about the camera. I'm just here to show the unpackaging of this mount, what it looks like, and what it would look like mounted on a headrest. Now you see how I have it mounted here. Now you could turn it 90 degrees and face it forward. And the one other thing I want to point out is you want the camera to be as close to the center as possible. So like if you're going to put it on the right headrest, I advise that you put it on the left post of the right headrest. And what kind of width you have between, see, these are all different factors, and this is why this thing is built the way it is, so your possibilities are endless. Now, I can still, with one finger, push it down, even though I made this as tight as I possibly could. And when you have a heavier model of camera, like my Canon EOS M50, is that going to make it, you know, come down? So, this thing is going to be affected differently depending on the model of camera. And I am ready for that, especially if you have something that rides really harsh like my 3500 over here. You know, how is that going to ride? So, would my particular model of camera fare well with this? I don't know, but again, that's why that's going to be its own video. But here's what it looks like. Here's one of the ways you can mount it. Again, the possibilities are endless. Hell, I could swing this the other way, bring it even closer to the center if I wanted to. So, this is just, like I said, I'm using just any old camera here just to demonstrate how this works. So, this is what I got. The only other piece of advice I'm going to give, maybe so this doesn't slip on the headrest, I would wrap this in a little bit of electrical tape, or maybe you find some rubber strips you can get anywhere at a hardware store now. The thing about the electrical tape, you want something that's not too sticky, so use a colored electrical tape. No, that is not a myth. that the black electrical tape has a stronger adhesive than the colored electrical tape. That's actually true. But again, I'm only demonstrating right now. I'm not looking to shoot any videos with this. This is not my car. So that's why I didn't put the electrical tape here. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to show what this will look like. I'm going to try to do a drive along video soon. And when I do, I will make mention of this mount again, and I will make mention of this very video and put the link in that video's description to this video. So just giving you good folks a heads up on how I plan to go about this. Here's a front view of the camera being held up by the mount. Hopefully this was helpful. Any and all input is greatly appreciated. And if any of you watching this might have already used this model, yeah, please feel free to comment. Let me know what your experience was. Have a good day. Be safe out there. And don't be a stranger.